Yo, 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 welcome to the show. Welcome to the Social Sunshine Podcast, episode 227. I'm your hostess, Brittany Crossan. Hello, welcome back to another episode. We're going to talk about making money from social media, but we're going to talk about it specifically if you're a business owner and how you can use social media to help make more money in your business. You as the owner. All right, specifically. Now, before we dive into the conversation, I want to say that you may have noticed in recent episodes a little bit of change in my audio. I want to say please forgive me for that. My trusty microphone equipment that I had for 4 years finally died. I was wondering how long it was going to last. I was really feeling very lucky. It went great for a long time, but it's done. It gave up on me. And so I'm in the middle of ordering new stuff and getting that in and so on and so forth. So please forgive the changes in the audio for right now, but we'll get back on track soon. Okay, so about this whole making money on social media thing as a business owner, here's the thing. So many people talk about make money from social media, and they talk about it in this way, like this certain angle of like, you need to be an influencer, you need to like work with brands, you need to do that kind of work to make, money, like pay, like paid posts. Like, you've heard of, if you've never done this before, what I mean is like, you've heard of people that will work with a brand and like make content for that brand and then post it and get paid for that. Like they're advertising for the brand, right? And it could be small brands, big brands, or anything in between. And a lot of them that like to really prioritize social media as a big part of their marketing strategy will reach out to influencers, or maybe people reach out to them and get to work together. And so they'll pay you. It'll be like, oh, I'll pay you this much per video and this much per photo and that kind of thing, right? A lot of people think that that's just the way. That's the only way to really make money from social media. And that is completely false. I personally have made more money as an individual, but also like in my whole business because of what I have done on social media, which is just a little bit of a less common approach, I would say. So let me explain to you what I mean and what I've done, and then you can try to figure out how to work this into your life and your business as the business owner. Okay. So first of all, business owners, look, you may not all be like, a crazy wild lady like me, like dancing on exercise equipment and with your family and stuff like that and being silly. And maybe you're not so much of an extrovert, but like you're a business owner for a reason. Most of the time you're a business owner because you're a leader and you understand that you are stepping forward to lead this effort to like start this business, and that it's impactful and it's important. You're not hiding away in a corner somewhere. You are standing up and leading, right? So you are the perfect person to take this kind of social media strategy as a business owner and run with it. Again, you don't have to be exactly like me or like someone else that's like a performer, but you are a leader. You are, bottom line, you're a leader. Maybe you stumbled into business ownership, but most of you didn't. Most of you wanted it and you got it. All right. So remember that you're a leader. That's important in this situation. Now, what I'm talking about on how you can make more money, in your business, which of course will make you more money as a person, through social media, is not through brand deals. It's not that sort of thing. It's through being you and networking, but in a strategic and also genuine way. Because yes, you can be strategic and be genuine simultaneously. I know that that's hard to compute sometimes, because when we hear the word strategy, it might make us think, planned and controlled, and it doesn't necessarily make us think, authentic, but it's true. You can be both. And I've done it, and I've been doing it for years, and I want to teach you how to do it. So basically what you're going to be doing as the business owner is you're going to be creating a really solid, well-rounded personal brand on social media that's about you. Now, one of the things about you is your business. In fact, that's a very important thing about you. I understand as small business owners, our businesses, are huge in our lives, right? Like my business is huge in my life. It's just right second place barely to my family, and I know you probably feel the same way. And so it's a big part of our life. But when we're building a personal brand, we're also going to include other stuff in that brand, like meaning that we're going to just like show other parts of our life. We're going to show other things about us as individuals, and everybody's is going to be a little bit different. But the idea is that you're building this personal brand on social media so that anyone that wants to can get to know you. Right. And when people get to know you, then that means they start to like you and trust you. And people want to work with people that they trust. A trusted brand is a powerful brand. Bottom line, no matter how big or small the brand is, if you have trust from people, then you have sales. And in order for people to trust, a lot of times they need to get to know the people behind the brand. And you are the owner of the small business. And look, I don't care how quote unquote small your business is, right? A small business could mean that you've got 100 employees, or it can mean that you have 3 employees. But either way, you're in this category of like you're independently owned, right? It's not, this is not corporate America we're talking about. We're talking about independently owned businesses, even if you're larger. And you as the owner are a significant part of that. Now, your team matters too. And if you're scaling and you're not wanting to hold all the weight on your shoulders, and you've got other people that support maybe in leadership of the company, and that's a whole other story. So let's stay on track. As the business owner though, you can make a huge impact on the business by having a personal brand on social media. So what you're going to do is if you've never done this before, or maybe if your social media is kind of like a mess and it's not like really very strategic or organized or whatever, and you want to make a plan, especially like as this episode is coming out, we're at the end of 2023. So if this could be like a new year plan for you, or whenever the hell you're listening to it, honestly, it doesn't matter. You need to develop a plan. And what I say is that to give you some structure to start with, you want to think of what things you're going to make sure and share about on social media. Now, right now in late 2023, a lot of people, a lot of like, more up and coming, quote unquote experts on social media talk about how you are the niche or niche, whichever way you say it. Like you don't have to choose a niche. You are the niche as a person. And I say, well, yeah, but it's actually kind of one and the same thing. So yeah, when you're building a personal brand, you are the niche, like you are the brand as an individual human. But I say, especially if you need some structure, you still can choose a few like topics, if you will, that you're going to make sure and share about in your social media. I think that this is great to keep you organized and to keep, your eye on the prize, and to make it really honestly easier for people to remember you. So choose a few things, choose a few parts of your life, right? So for example, we'll use me. Right now, what you're going to see in my social media, you are going to see me talk about work. All right. So like we need to like at least talk about it some, because if we're trying to build a personal brand to help support our businesses, then, we got to at least like mention it sometimes. So I do talk about work and, the fact that I work in social media and that I own a social media and podcasting agency and all that stuff. Right. So you're going to see that I show like behind the scenes of like when we do a content shoot or a day in the life of how I went here and we did this with a client, just like kind of interesting behind the scenes stuff. So I do talk about that. I also will show up with my family on social media. Now I'm not like a quote unquote family brand. Like I'm not like teaching or educating on family stuff, but like I'm showing you that part of my life. I'm showing you that I have a husband and I have children and like we have fun together and all that stuff. Right. And then I also have my just kind of individual message that I like to put out that's like, be yourself. Here's my story of how I started showing up on social media and da. So I've got a few kind of like buckets, to keep me focused. Now, can we go outside of our topics in our personal brand? Of course. It's not the end of the fucking world, but it's just there to help keep us structured and organized. Also, what you're doing, you're helping your audience by doing that. So if anybody says, no, you don't need to pick content pillars. Well, maybe you do. Maybe you don't, but maybe you do. And the reason why I say that is that it also helps your audience. You're training. Sorry, I'm not trying to like be like sound bad or whatever, but like you're training your audience. You're teaching them what you want them to know about you and how you want them to think of you. You're building a brand. And so you're going to have things, you're going to have like your few topics that you talk about, or you're going to have, maybe a routine. Maybe all your videos are either in this location or in that location. Like it's a visible thing that they can like recognize you and go, oh, there's so-and-so talking to us, she has her coffee in her kitchen or whatever. Right. So you're going to have routines, you're going to have content pillars, you're going to have it all organized so that way, whenever people are looking at your content, they're starting to remember you for something. If you've been following me for a long time, you know that my social media started really to explode with me dancing on my treadmill and on my spin bike. And so that's like how people were able to remember me. And they're like, you're scrolling and scrolling, and there's lots of shit when you're scrolling through social media, and they could like recognize like, oh, okay, look, there's that girl dancing on her treadmill, or there she is on her bike or whatever. And it's shifted some over time, but like that was a great way to like let people get to know me and then remember me, because there's a lot of shit on social media. You need to have something memorable. And when you create routines and content pillars, that helps for that to happen. Small Biz Social Society is a content creation community for mission-driven small business owners that are using social media to make a positive impact on the world. I created this community in 2020 to bring together my fellow world changers that run businesses and have a strong presence on social media. And starting January 8th, 2024, you can join the community for free. Yep, the membership cost is going from $18 per month to absolutely free. Zero, zilch, nada. If you're a business owner or in leadership at a business, a social media manager, or a content creator, you are welcome to join our community of creative, intelligent, fun entrepreneurs. The free membership includes access to 4 online events in 2024 that will focus on intermediate to advanced level content creation strategies, our monthly email newsletter that will be jam-packed with resources and detailed tips, and our private Facebook group where you can network, support, and reach out for help. We'll be talking social media, email marketing, YouTube, podcasting, and more. Plus, all members are invited to attend our annual in-person conference, Social Success. Our next one will be held in Austin, Texas in May of 2024. Small Biz Social Society is the best community for intermediate and advanced level content creators that are always leveling up and making a positive impact on the world. Head to smallbizsocialsociety.com to join. Okay, so you're choosing a few content pillars. You don't have to share everything about your life. It can be like, sometimes I do talk about family. I'm obsessed with my cat, so I'm including my cat in my videos or my pictures with me or selfies or whatever. And then also like I'm a marathoner and I talk about that. And then of course the business. Maybe those are the things, right? Just choose your things. And if they're authentic things to you, like if it's stuff that's real and really in your life and things that you truly value, then it's going to be easy to include that stuff in your content and kind of reference it and all these things, because it's real and it's really you. and that's going to come across as being genuine. So you're really just letting people get to know you, and you make sure you talk about your work and you weave it in there. And it's really like what you're doing by doing this. I mean, I could talk with you about this for hours, but we only have a few more minutes. So I'm trying to paint you a quick picture, but what you're doing by building this personal brand as the business owner on social media, specifically as the business owner, is that you, like I said before, you're building trust, and you are the face of your business, right? Or maybe maybe you do have leadership and they're also helping to represent the company, but like you're pretty fucking important. You're the owner. So by showing up, you're building that trust and you're linked to that business. And literally, you're linked to it just in your life, but like you actually have links. Okay. So like if you look on my, say, for example, Instagram profile, you're going to see it's very clear. It says that I am the owner of Fun Love Media, and it says that I'm the host of the Social Sunshine podcast, and I'm the founder of Small Biz Social Society. Like those links are there. It's very clear that I am associated with those things. And you're going to have the same thing in all of your bios. It's going to be very clear that you are the owner of such and such company, right? And you're going to have whichever social media platform it is, and however you can fill it out, optimize your bio and make sure you put that you're the owner, and you're going to put links to the website wherever you can and all the things. Because even though you're not spending every single moment in all of your content just talking business, buy my stuff, which by the way, it's great if you're not always doing that. Even though you're not doing that, when people get to know you and get more interested in you, and they're going to look into you, and they're going to look, and they're going to see that you're the owner. And it's going to be like, oh, wow, okay, they own this business. That's really cool. And then they're going to like kind of put that in their back pocket and remember that. And they're going to especially remember it because you're going to keep coming up in their social media feed, because you're going to be so consistent with your content and sharing on a regular, consistent basis. All right. So it's really like what I like to call it is like an online social media networking event, like constant. I have this talk that I do that like social media is like a house party. And it really is a house party or an office party, whatever you want to call it. But it really is, because you are just constantly just interacting with people and connecting and networking and putting out content and responding to someone else's content and messaging someone and back and forth. And it's all this stuff going on. And you choose how much. It just depends on your preference, how much interaction you think you need to help you and your business and all of that. But that's really what you need to think of it as. You're the business owner and you're going to all these networking things and you're participating in stuff. And it just so happens to be on social media rather than in real life and in person. Although I do think that it's highly valuable to do these things in person as well. But that's a whole other story we don't have time to dive into in this episode. So this is what I want you to try. You're gonna choose some content pillars to keep yourself organized on what your personal brand is even about. And they are like real things in your life that are super easy to talk about and that you can like make videos about and show pictures. Maybe you're a gardener, so you're in your garden, you're whatever the hell it is, things about you. So when they say you are the niche, that is true to a degree, but it's just like, I do think that choosing pillars is going to help keep you structured and organized. And those can change later, but don't change them every other fucking month. Okay. Like let them sit for a while and make sure it's genuine and they ride out. And that way people will start to associate you with gardening or with being a marathoner or the fact that you dance on your treadmill, right? So you're going to give people that connection and easy way to remember you. My friend Brian, he dances with his coffee in the morning, right? So there's just a way for people to remember you and connect with you. And then they're going to have things in common with you. So they're like, oh yeah, okay. So she's talking about her cat again. Neat. Oh, I love my cat, and maybe you chat about that. It's just like you would do at an event in person. You're just chatting with people and you're sharing about business, you're sharing about life, you're sharing about what you like, you're listening to what they like, and it's all this big networking event. All right. And then what you're going to see happening if you do this consistently and you don't hold back. Remember, you're a leader. We talked about this at the beginning of the episode. You're a business owner, therefore you are a leader. You may not be, you may not be juggling fire, but you are showing up as a leader, and you're going to start to see it impacting your business, and you're going to see it in different ways. And I don't want you to be shy and hold back. I want you to be proud of your social media presence, because I don't know how many times it has been the way you wouldn't expect, where I met someone in person or via email, like if somebody introduced me to somebody or something, and then I said, oh, hey, are you on Instagram or TikTok or whatever? Instagram is kind of like my primary. Are you on Instagram? Let's follow each other there. Like I always say, like Instagram is my love language, or social media is my love language. I love to connect with people on social media. I mean, obviously, I'm obsessed with it. So, and then we do. And then after that, our relationship just goes to like the next level, and that trust just skyrockets because they go to my Instagram and they see lots of things and they can get to know me. If they spend just a few minutes, they can get to know a lot about me and have fun with me and all these things, right? So it's not always about like a brand new person is going to just like discover you on social media, and then meet you in person and then hire you in your business. It could be the opposite. It could be that you meet in person or you meet some other way. Then don't be shy. Tell them, hey, you know what? I have been loving TikTok lately. Are you on TikTok? Let's follow each other, or whatever app it is, LinkedIn or Facebook, whatever. And don't hold back and do that. And I'm telling you, these connections are going to build and build and build. It's like what do they call it? Compound interest. I'm clearly not a finance expert, but it's that kind of thing. It's going to build and build and build, and your reputation is going to build and build and build. I mean, just imagine like the dude that like goes to all of the local networking events in person, right? and he's always meeting people, and it's Tom. Everybody knows Tom. Tom's so fucking cool. Oh yeah, Tom. I met him at that coffee thing that we did. Oh yeah, Tom was at that, fundraiser event. Da, da, da. And Tom is like showing up to all the stuff. You're seeing his face over and over and over and over, and you're talking, and he's listening to you, and you're listening to him, and you see him having fun. You see him being smart. You see him being professional. You see him loosening up. You see all these things about Tom. You know about his family. You know what kind of pet he has. You know his hobbies because you see Tom at all the fucking things. Be Tom. But you can be Tom on social media. You don't have to be Tom in real life necessarily, but you can do this on social media. And the more and more people see your face and learn more about you, the more they're going to have that trust, and the more they're going to want to work with you and your business. Make it easy for them. Have those links in the bio. Mention your business. Go behind the scenes. You don't have to be salesy. You don't have to be like, my business has such and such on sale today. You can do other things. You don't have to feel like all weird and salesy about it. Like I said, I show behind the scenes videos. I show like, we're going to do a content shoot with a client, and here's how we do it. And then I just literally document my experience, put it together, an InShot, make a video out of it, and then share it and tag Fun Love Media, or even add Fun Love Media as like a collaborator on, on Instagram, on the post, or even on Facebook. I think I can add them as a collaborator there. And then all of a sudden, I have essentially advertised for my business, reminding people like, oh yeah, she owns a social media agency. That's right. Oh, okay. But in an interesting way where they can just watch the content and they can see how we work. And I didn't try to like sell them something. I just showed you, a day in my work life is all I did. So you've got to incorporate that. You got to make it easy for people to contact you and find out what you own and what y'all do in your business, and the links to the website and all that jazz. But you're really just letting people get to know you. This is how you can make money on social media. You do not have to be an influencer. You do not have to do brand deals. This is how. Just being yourself with a little bit of organization and a little bit of strategy, and showing up consistently on social media. It has changed my fucking life. It's been the best thing I could have ever done. Literally ever done. Ever. Maybe besides having kids, because I'm probably supposed to say that that's the best thing, right? Yeah. Okay. That's the best thing. Social media right after that. It's just been absolutely amazing. And my company, Fun Love Media, has grown because of my presence on social media. It has helped attract the right kind of people whose personalities jive well with mine. And the same with team members. My team members are starting to share on social media more and more, and people will connect to them and say, oh, so you're with Fun Love Media too. Okay. Oh, I like her. I like him. That's cool. It's cool. I'm going to work with you guys. It's really fantastic. And not to mention the fact that honestly, it just makes showing up as a leader, it just makes it more powerful, right? Because while definitely not everyone that sees your content as a business owner is going to work with your business. And it's not because there's anything wrong with you or your business. It's like, maybe they don't live close enough and you're a local business, or maybe they don't even fucking need your services and they never do. But the truth of the matter is that some people are definitely going to work with you, and this is going to help your business grow. But even the others are going to get something out of it because you're sharing, you're making those human connections. You never know who you're going to inspire. You never know who you're going to help in some sort of a way by putting yourself out there as a business owner on social media. It's really one of the most powerful things you could ever do as an entrepreneur, for sure. And I hope that you'll give it a shot. Hope you'll give it a try. We actually talk about this in my membership, Small Biz Social Society, which starting January 8th, 2024 is going to be free to be a member. And we have this whole like brand foundation worksheet in there. So if you decide to join for free, starting January 8th, 2024, you'll be able to see in the private Facebook group that we have this worksheet where you can kind of build your brand foundation, and that will help this whole process that I've referenced here. If you ever have any questions, please reach out. The show Social Sunshine is on all the major social media platforms. Of course, I am on all of major social media platforms as well. If you ever want to like run something by me, or send me a video that you've made, or ask me a question or anything, please reach out. I'm on Instagram, I'm on TikTok, I'm on Facebook, I'm on LinkedIn. I'm happy to help you however I possibly can. Thank you so much for listening and for watching. I'm so excited for you and your business and all of the amazing growth that is to come for you. I'll talk to you later.